Good morning, students. My name is Dr. B. Suresh Babu, working as a professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, MBR College of Engineering and Technology. As a part of online classes, today's concept is on shape memory alloys. Already on shape memory alloys, in the previous class, I have discussed about 4 points. One is what is the definition of a shape memory alloy. Second one is how shape memory alloys are classified. Third one is what are the history of the shape memory alloy. And fourth point is how shape memory alloys are going to be affected. So let us have a glance on the previous class. So what is a shape memory alloy? An alloy which can retain its shape after removing the temperature and force on that one is going to be called as the shape memory alloy. Next, classification. Basically, as per the history, if you observe, nickel based and copper based are going to have a prominent types of shape memory alloys that are available. Third point is history. In 1863 only, they have found this type of behavior, and in 19 in 1990 also another research persons has found the behavior of the shape memory alloys in copper and nickel. Next, how the shape memory alloys are going to be affecting or doing the properties. It is going to be two types: one-way shape memory alloys. Second one is two-way shape memory alloys. So what is one-way shape memory alloy is it can able to regain its strength after removing the temperature, and two-way shape memory alloy means that means when cooling is done it can regain, and once again it will go into original shape. In two-way shape memory alloy means while cooling it will get its original shape, while heating also it will get another its own shape. Okay, before going to today's class, I will show the first effect and then second effect. What is a one-way shape memory alloy and what is a two-way shape memory alloy. That will show you. If you observe this concept, this one way, then we can able to easily understand this one. Let us have that previous concept of this one way and two way, and then we'll go for the remaining things. So shape memory affect behavior is two types. One is a one way shape memory and second one is a two way shape memory. In one way shape memory, what you are observing is desired shape occurs only upon heating. That's what I told. After that one, reversible deformation. Once again heating, the same shape is going to be obtained. After cooling also, the same shape does not deform. That means original shape will be as it is. In this way, if a material is behaved, then that is going to be called as a shape memory behavior effect. Next, what is two-way means? You can observe this one. Here martensite is there. One we have a original one. When heating, we are going to get a curve like this. That means this is a deformation. When heated, it's try to come to its original position. When cool also, it has going to get another effect, deformation. That means heating, a change is there, cooling also a change is there. If that change is possible for a alloy, then that we are going to be call it as an a two-way effect. If change is observed only in heating, then that is going to be called as a one-way shape memory alloy. So this is the 4 points we have covered. So in this class, The aim of the class is to know applications, limitations of applications of shape memory alloy, limitations of shape memory alloy, and next one is what are the properties of the shape memory alloy, and next conclusions of the shape memory alloy. Try to understand. These are the four topics which we are going to cover in this one. Let us go for this one. I repeat once again. We are going to know the properties, applications, limitations, and the conclusions of the shape memory alloys. As already we know that fifth unit has two types of concepts. One is called functionally graded material. Second one is called as the shape memory alloys. So in this one, we are going for the second topic, as first topic is completed in the previous classes. Let us go for this one. First one is super elasticity shape memory. That is, it is a one of the property which we can understand. Pseudo elasticity. In other words, that is it is an elastic reversible response to an applied stresses. What is that means? Super elastic property means it is an elastic reversible response to an applied stresses. Second one occurs without temperature change. This property allows SMAs, that is shape memory alloys, to bear large amounts of stress without undergoing permanent deformation. Temperature of SMA is maintained above transaction temperature. So I think it is very clear. Without application of temperature also, the material can be stressed. First point. Due to this nature, the material can bear large amount of stresses. Why? Because temperature is not criteria. So after applying large load also, it can able to stress without failure. Next one is due to the stresses, the permanently deformation is not possible. That means by removing the stresses, once again it will go to its original shape. Then this way is going to be called as a pseudo elasticity property. That is called our superelastic property, and temperature should be maintained above the transaction temperature. What is transaction temperature? The temperature at which phase transformation takes place is going to be called as a transaction temperature. So while doing the work on this shape memory alloys, we should care that the material should not be exposed to the transaction temperature. If it is exposed means it will change its orientation, and thereby regaining to its original position is not possible if temperature is also removed. So this point you have to remove, you have to remember here. That is the main thing to be understand here. I think I am clear with this one. What is pseudo elasticity means? The property that is bearing large stresses. At the same time, reversible is also possible. Is going to be called as a pseudo elasticity. Pseudo elasticity does not depend on the temperature. The pseudo elasticity having a ability to withstand large amount of loads, or we can say stresses. A stress is equal to force by area, but the limitation is it should be above the transaction temperature. So this is the property we have to remember. After getting one way is one of the property, two way is another property, third one is super elasticity is another property of a shape memory alloys. Next, if we observe, continuing of that one, load is increased until austenites transform to martensite. So austenite is a soft material and martensite is a strong hard material, everyone know. So load will be increasing from austenite to martensite. When loading is decreased, martensite transform back to austenite. This what regularly we are I am explaining. Behavior of the shape memory means when load is decreased, it will once again go to its original position, or once again go to its original state. That's what we can understand here. Next, SMA goes back to original shape as temperature is still below the transaction temperature. Already this point is explained, as we are not changing the phase. The transaction temperature means the temperature at which a metal changes its phase is going to be called as a transaction temperature. This should not be happen for a shape memory alloy. Then only it can retain its original shape by removing the load here. In one way, by removing the temperature also, it can able to get its original shape. So this is the points which we can remember and note down also. Next, properties of shape memory alloys. If you observe properties, already I told that nickel and copper based are the prominently used shape memory alloys that are observed in the history. Taking that point into consideration, the properties of SMA are: first one, the copper based and nickel titanium based shape memory alloys are considered to be engineering materials. So for engineering applications, we are going to use copper based and nickel titanium based alloys. Next, these compositions can be manufactured to almost any shape and size. That means for a small particle it is possible, for a large particles or for a large size of products or semi-finished raw materials also it is possible. That means these compositions can be manufactured to almost any shape and size. The yield strength of shape memory alloys is lower than the conventional steel. So the yield strength of the shape memory alloy is lower than the conventional steel, but some compositions have a higher yield strength than plastic or aluminum. So it is saying that the yield strength of the steel is very high. What is the yield strength? First of all, when a load is acted at one point of time, without the load also, the metal tries to increase its size, increase its dimensions, and that load is going to be called as a yield stress. For a steel, yield stress is going to be maximum mode. Taking that into reference, shape memory alloys are less than the yield, have less than yield strength and more than the plastic or aluminum material. So yield stress is going to be normal for a general application loads. That's what this point refers. Next, yield stress for nickel titanium can reach 5000 megapascal. That is another numerical value. That means if the above point is observed, the yield strength that can withstand for a shape memory alloy with nickel and titanium composition is 500 megapascal. The maximum recoverable strain these materials can hold without permanent damage is up to 8% for some alloys. That means the recoverable strain, what is the strain? Change in length by original length. That is the definition of a strain. The recoverable strain without have a damage is 8% for some alloys. That is the point to remember. The maximum recoverable strain these materials can hold without permanent damage is up to 8% for some alloy. This compares with a maximum strain of 0.5% for conventional steel. Once again, when compared to steel, it has a maximum strain of 0.5. So what is the point you have referred by using this slide is already if you observe 6 points are there. Broadly, you can remember 4 points. First one is nickel, titanium, and copper-based alloys are widely used in engineering applications. Second one, there is no limitation in size and shape to convert a shape memory alloy for its application to use. Third one is yield stress is going to be more than plastic and aluminum and less than steel. For this one, the numerical value is given as a 500 megapascal. As per the strain is concerned, without having a damage, which have 8% for some alloys. That means strain is 8% is possible. That means in 1 meter length, we can have a 108 meter without per failure of the material. And once again, if you remove that load, it will come to 100 meters. So that means the extension of load for a shape memory alloy is possible up to 8%. If you observe for steel, the steel is only have 0.5%. So by this what we can show is shape memory alloy performs best in few applications, or for few shape memory alloys are going to performing best when compared to steel. Why steel they have referred is steel is the widely used material in all engineering applications than with remaining materials if we observe. Next, advantages of SMA. The advantages of SMA are very high power to weight ratio. Second one is accessible voltage can accomplish thermoelastic formation, higher strain recovery, higher strength, compactness allowing for reduction. This one. And next one is we have a compactness is high. Next, noiseless operation is going to be happen.